BattlteBit has been one of my favorite games since it was released. It reminds me of my old Battlefield 3 playing days where I'd boot up and lock in 4 hours. I don't know if it was the assault class's speed, the destructive power with C4s, sledgehammers, and pickaxes, or the medic's seemingly more aggressive playstyle, the engineer's affinity for snagging free kills with the rocket launchers, or maybe even the satisfaction of hitting a long-range headshot with the recon class. There's so much diversity and aggression in each class that you need to play fast-paced to keep up with everybody. But then there's the support. I get rocket launched again. Both of my so far. And I get rocket launcher. The support is a slow and tanky class with a bunch of ammo and very, very little build diversity. Many people, including me, pass on the support strictly because they are so slow in the game, where people love jumping rooftops, sitting on windows, rolling out on railing to railing, etc. And with little to earn for the class, it felt like there was nothing to do with it. But surely there was something behind this class. It had to have some mystical element of fun other than just helping your team's empty mags be filled, right? Well, that's the point of this challenge. I won't stop playing support until I hit a few criteria. One criterion is I need to be playing for at least until it is my most played class. I can switch in between classes if my game needs it, but rarely will this ever come to play or be allowed. The second criterion is I need 500 kills with each support gun, or I'll have to keep playing until I do. Meaning, if I get support to my number 1 played class and all the guns don't have 500 kills, then I have to keep using those guns. The third criterion is that I need to make sure to play several different builds and playstyles with the support. For the most part, I've seen supports lock into 2 playstyles, the always standing with a group and never shooting playstyle to the I never resupply my team because my ammo is more important playstyle. And I never understood why. There had to be some in-betweens. So I decided I would find these builds and playstyles myself. And with your guys' suggestions, this shouldn't be impossible to find. Day 1 of the challenge began, which I dubbed the Die and Whine Day. And you can tell I was not excited for this challenge when I first started. So, today's day 1 of it. Let's do this challenge. I briefly touched support for a while, after I unlocked the MG36 and watched the amazing Kamikaze 78 video. I gave it a brief shot, and I think I lasted like one Tensa Town game and that was it. Because I remember just feeling absolutely powerless in that game. I would stick to my team and throw down my ammo packs, in a group of them actually, and even then I had no idea if they needed ammo or not. Most times I calmed and they wouldn't resupply. So day 1, although a bit embarrassing, had me learn the ammo mechanics in the game. In BattlteBit, there are a few things you need to know about your own ammo, especially if you're playing a fast, aggressive class. Most shooters will have you locked into a reload speed that comes with the weapon and the attachments you choose. BattlteBit has this as well, but it also comes with a mechanic that lets you drop reload, making you reload even faster than if you reloaded normally. The contention for this mechanic is that you lose the magazine for your weapon and need to pick it up off the ground if you want to resupply it. Otherwise, you'd have to go the rest of your life without that magazine and potentially less ammo. Many people will make this trade as it helps them stay aggressive and continue a fight for longer rather than just dying in the moment. And as a matter of fact, you can go back and pick up the magazines you dropped previously, so why is this so important to the support? Well, if your job is to resupply, but the entire team just drops reloads, there's no one to resupply. In this instance, you are useless if you use the help only playstyle. In this scenario, what I would do is drop an ammo kit and proceed to hold sight lines that enemies would push through, which would let me snag a few kills while protecting them behind cover. You know, they're healing their wounds, putting down anti-trophy systems, whatnot. Something to note is that supports used to not be able to resupply teammates without placing a kit. It's actually something they just recently added, was to resupply your team's ammo reserves as a medic would heal them. This allowed more players to pick up support and earn more XP in the game as an alternative to the medic or assault class. It seems small, yet it really changes the dynamic of the class. And mind you, the support job is more than resupply ammo. Your ammo kits also resupply grenades, bandages, gadgets, etc. that you can't resupply normally. So yes, throwing them down is still important, even though you can resupply your teammates with the ammo kit in your hand. Get used to me talking about ammo and gadgets because this class is basically all about giving other people's ammo and gadgets. This class is basically the giving tree, the way you sacrifice your own well-being for your ungrateful teammates. So just for a moment, I want to talk about something you'll experience quite quickly when playing the support class: death. I hope your mortality kicks in. In a game where fast is best and slow is death, get used to seeing those black bars on your screen because you are an easy target. Snipers across the map, give them a second shot because your helmet can only stop one bullet, and you won't have enough time to realize they already blew it off. Do engineers have their RPGs in their hands? Did you even notice the fact it blew up behind you? Assault class flanking? You couldn't even turn before their AR finished an entire clip into you. The point is, you're big, you're slow, you are everyone's favorite kill notification, and the support has to stay this way. Otherwise, you'd be too good at everything. There'd be no point in playing anything else. I don't get upset too often with games, so I took most of my deaths fine, but there were a few instances where even I was shocked at how fragile I felt. As support, you have the heaviest and most durable armor in the game, called EXO. A lot of people like EXO, a lot of people hate it. I find myself liking EXO more than disliking it at times. So with the most durable armor, you'd think you'd die less, but in practice, yeah, not so much. BattlteBit's guns have a fast time to kill to all armor types, so it feels like there is no armor on you at times. But trust me, when the armor does kick in, you'll find some cheesy kills. I learned early on that the support class doesn't exactly shine at aggression. Support plays better when holding down a site you already control. In Conquest and Dom, maps like District, Sandy Sunset are a nightmare to play on, since they're all open and have a few angles to hold, but most of the sites are open instead of closed off and narrow. Supports do not succeed in these environments. You won't have too much fun if you pick up support and your team has trouble capturing an objective. That being said, if you're winning and controlling a site, you probably will never have as much fun in a 10-second interval as playing support and going on a killing spree on some pesky attackers. So basically, playing for just a day, you experience some high highs and low lows. At the end of the first night, I got around 180 kills with the M249 and another 30 with the Ultimax. So far, the challenge is going pretty well, and hopefully, I will keep this momentum going up to... Okay, I forgot to record today, so I guess it's 1 a.m. Gonna play a little bit of games. Day 2, the quick late night session. So yeah, on day 2, I didn't really play much, unfortunately. I had a lot of stuff to do that day, including some schoolwork, VTuber work, and my podcast. Check out the Kinda Simple Oasis, by the way. So it was late, but on this day, I decided to try some new guns. On the first day, I mainly tried the M249 and the Ultimax. I know, right? You play 50% of a class's loadout, and you wonder if you'll ever find the gun you'll love. Wait a minute. The reason being that when the game first came out, the L86 was one of my least favorite guns. It had low damage, bad drop-off, and a terrible magazine size. But after a few times of me saying, oh, it's the worst gun on the worst class with the worst playstyle, I decided to pick it up because there was no way I'd hit the 500 kills with it otherwise. And it was great. Honestly, I didn't even know what the devs did to this weapon. but it became my next main weapon. It felt good for all the reasons I didn't like it, ironically. With the L86, I was able to play a more aggressive role. I could keep up with some assaults and kills, and allowed my team to fill their ammo again to go for another push. Granted, the magazine was still an issue, but that was probably more of an issue with me being used to large magged LMGs at the time. And I'm glad I gave this gun a chance because it was a blast. But also, if anyone is watching and has a build recommendation, do let me know because I feel like my current loadouts aren't well optimized. For day 1's loadout, I went all exo armor with the LMGs, but with day 2 and day 3, I used exo helmet with heavy armor. Also, I don't even know if I'm using the right attachments exactly. I've seen some videos describing what attachments to use for certain weapon types, but not for exact weapons. Day 3, bugs and fun. It was another short session, and the reason was update 2.1.9 was released. I know you're probably thinking, oh, that's weird. What do you play, more games because of an update? Especially on a weekend? Short answer, I would spend more time playing, yes. Long answer, I would have played more if this update hadn't been super buggy on the drop. I did experience the new map, Kodiak, and played with the L86 build again, but there was a lot of unfortunate issues with this patch. At first, it was an issue with the netcode. Servers were very laggy, some people would fall through the map, and most shots wouldn't register as being hits, which caused the devs to shut the servers down temporarily. Then a hotfix came out, and that released another bug. And I actually didn't know what this one was, because I didn't play during the 2 hours it was out. But after that bug, another hotfix came out, which released a bug that I did experience, which was the infinite end screen bug. At first, I didn't even realize it. I was just talking to my friend Zach when I realized that the end screen was going on just for a bit too long. Wasn't much after that the server caught on, so we all left thinking it was just the server owner's issue. And then another server with the same issue. Even worse than the second server, we joined the people already there were saying they've been staring at the screen for at least an hour. So we leave again, this time using community browser, and nope, still nothing. 3 servers with an end screen bug. A little bit of time passed, and they actually rolled back the update to before the first hotfix, where the server's netcode was fine, but a few features were missing. They let us know that a fix for everything would be up in the morning, and they weren't wrong. While this was all going down, I played a bit with the clan I joined a little while back and had a blast. I had around 40 kills at the end of the night, which is very little, but it was because the server was basically a 6v6 the whole time. I did, however, play medic for all of 2 minutes and swapped right back to support after my clan was understanding of my self-challenge. These guys are awesome, and they made what could have been a boring day into a fun and good one. And that wraps up the beginning of the support-only challenge. I know it was actually really short, but I'm doing this in 3-day intervals for each video because pretty soon you guys are going to start seeing that I'm progressing really, really fast. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Leave a like if you did. Comment what you guys want me to try next. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.